So the Charlotte Hornets, yes, the Charlotte Hornets. They fired recently their head coach after 4 years, James Borrego. Um, Listen, 4 seasons, and you never really got anywhere. I mean, yeah, you went from 23 to 43 wins, but you missed the playoffs last 2 seasons as you just kind of threw away too many games in the regular season. There is talent on that team. I think they just really need the right guy to get them working as a full unit and not just trying to outscore the opponent by hitting threes on every shot. Um, Listen, you might say that, and listen, he never had incremental improvements with defense. Regular season record improved, but it was all relative as you finished in the same spot. Um, you might want to blame Mitch Kupchak too. Um, Never had a complete roster, COVID injuries, lack of a big man, something I think that the coach was begging for. Yeah, but the GM is not going to fire himself. He's going to fire the coach. I would have loved to see what they would have done with a dominant center. I think the Hornets could be going in the right direction, and the only thing that I guess when you point out to the coach there is as well, questionable. Is he able to deal with the rookies, a young team? Probably the fact, that he and LaMelo were not really seeing eye to eye didn't help his matters. Was a big part of the decision. And the funny thing, too, when you look at it, LaMelo will probably be out of Charlotte the first opportunity that he gets. Right? I mean, if you want to be completely honest with each other. It might come down to the fact that you need a stronger head coach to evaluate LaMelo's game if you plan on keeping him in Charlotte. In-game substitution too might have been his downfall as well. Martin, for goodness sakes, guys like Martin and McDaniels played more minutes in the lose and go home play in game over Oubre and Montrezl Harrell. That's all you need to know, right, as far as the substitutions go. The worst thing, too, about it is when you had a lead or a small deficit, and he would sub in his second string and leave them in until your lead was completely gone, or the deficit was so large that the game was over. Aggravating thing. Malik Monk, James Bunite, Vernon Carey, Nick Richards, Kai Jones, etc., never even see the court. Never even should even bother drafting people if you're not going to play them. That was, player development, which could be a very huge part. Hope all is well.